Hello, Shadow Realm. It's MG2222 with a fresh headache, and we were joined again by my co-host.
Wolf Duelist, as always, who also has a massive headache.
I need to hide hands real quick. So, Wolf, you want to go ahead and introduce the pack, which is Pharaoh Servant, not Labyrinth, Nightmare, or Legacy of Darkness?
We have recorded this. Okay, the reason we have headaches is because we have been trying to record this, and we've been recording all out of order. So here's Pharaoh Servant. Please enjoy.
Like, I will be making the first move.
So it would seem.
Going to use the Upstart Goblin, just not a bad start.
Pretty good start, yeah. Upstart Goblin.
So Wolf will gain 1,000 life points, and I will draw one card if you somehow don't know how Upstart Goblin works.
Mm, I mean, I guess it's not as common as knowing what does Pot of Greed do. Well, no, more people run Upstart Goblin than Pot of Greed at this point.
Probably because Pot of Greed is banned.
Still saw a lot of play in the anime.
Actually, I don't think Pot of Greed's been in the anime since GX at this point. Actually, I guess it was in 7s. I forgot about that.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if it was in Arc 5, but in a live duel, they had Yuya play it. Against Yusei of all people.
I remember there was one where Jack used Twin Twisters. It's like he was dueling Pegasus, I think.
Yeah, defeated Pegasus first turn and then dueled Aster Phoenix, who was using his Arc 5 deck.
Live duels are a trip sometimes.
Yes, they are. But so you tried to chain destruction my mad sword beast, only for me to realize
that there are no targets.
I only have. Yeah, there are no targets. I mean,
also, it's kind of weird to think that Mad Sword Beast is one of the first ever monsters to inflict piercing damage.
Yeah, and it's just a dinosaur with what appears to be a saddle on his back.
And a sword horn. A shorn.
Okay, I'm going to let you slide with that one, but that was a bad pun, man. That was bad even for us. All right, so right here we're talking about should I shuffle the deck even though like I didn't look at it. So why would I shuffle? Because I know there's only one copy because I only pulled one.
Either way, though, we got the Magician of Faith, which debuted back in Spell Roar, but I don't remember if either of us actually used it there.
Hey, I mean...
Actually, no, Magician of Faith is Metal Raiders, wasn't it?
Your guess is as good as mine, honestly.
Can you tell how little we know about these old booster sets that we forget which cards were in which set?
We've had to re-record so many of these. Of course we're getting lost. This is why I can't wait until we start doing the live duels.
Yes, this isn't going to happen anymore. Because, we'd be there in the moment, know exactly which one we're playing. It's not going to be like this, where we had to record Labyrinth of Nightmare and Legacy of Darkness and now Pharaoh Servant, because we skipped this one the first time by mistake.
Yes, we recorded all out of.
Create a very big Dark Z 3600 attack.
You played that in our third episode, and it was, yeah, it is big.
It can also be very small, depending on how the life points end up.
Yeah, so all I have to do is forcefully crash into you, and then, yeah, that'll happen.
Alternatively, you can equip to something your opponent controls and shrink it intentionally.
Yeah, it's like Kaiba Shrinks combo. Anyway, I think that's enough anime references for right now.
Yeah, I had to fiddle with my earbuds that thought of my ear, but it's like, either way, like, at least the Megamorph is way more susceptible to Taylor the Fickle than Shrink is, though.
Yeah,
I
fair
mean, on the
point.
upside, it also ignores stat boost because it permanently sets the monster's attack to half its original attack.
Ah, yes, and here's the one time I use Kisatai.
I think you took that out of your deck starting in Pharaonic Guardian, right?
Um, I honestly don't know. Like I think I was looking for cards to cut down, and I was like, I never really used this.
Yeah, it's not a terrible card, especially if you can like keep your opponent from outpacing its healing. But it's like it needs a spell and trap zone, and it has to be attacked while face down in defense position.
Yeah,
Either way, you get
but
the
just for
paralyzing
safekeeping,
potion.
paralyzing potion you anyway. So
So now the Dark Zebra is permanently stuck at 3,600, but can't actually use his attack points. Well, I guess he's not permanently stuck at 3,600, but he is until Wolf loses more life points than I have. Either way, we will Sky Scout attacks over the Hane Hane, which loses us both the monster.
yes, but at the very least, your zebra can attack me. So I think that's fine.
And then you will gain 1,800 attack points from Kisatai.
Yes, I will gain attack points. Not
But
a crazy thing called life
yeah,
points.
I
I
don't.
will
Did I
gain
say
attack
attack points?
points. Yes, yes, you did.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I that
This
one was
just
blue for
in.
real.
Wolf and Mega are tired right now that we basically are drunk while recording this, even though neither of us consume alcohol.
And we got my good old friend Jirai Gumo.
I hate him.
That was mean.
Mm, I
Got the heads, meaning I don't
apologize.
lose 3,500 attack or 3,500 life
You
points.
did it again.
That time I did realize it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Either way, though, the
All
downside of
right.
the Jirai Gumo is on my next turn, you're just going to gain most life points I took out back.
Yeah, that is true.
Lost 2,200, but you're just going to gain 1,800 for a net loss of 400.
And
At
as long as I have something in defense, you're risking it every time you attack.
least unless I get a tribute monster out, but at that point I'm probably going to stack the Zebra anyway because, he is doing way more harm than good to me at this point.
Yeah, you really should tribute him. He may have a lot of attack, but you can't use it.
I mean, the issue is I didn't really run many monsters at this point in the series because it's like I have trouble keeping consistent field presence sometimes anyway. So it's just like I didn't want to block clog my hand with a bunch of tributes.
Okay, so you flip to determine if it does kill the witch. It's still, well, it would kill the witch anyway, but you don't lose your life still.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been that's the good thing about Jiragumo. It's like you lose half your life points, at least the attack still goes through. If the attack got negated and you lost half your life points, no one would run this card.
Yeah, that's what. Ironically, that's why I didn't put it in my deck at first. I honestly thought that's how it worked.
That's not how I thought it worked. Like I actually do have a copy of Jiragumo like IRL, and I legitimately thought that was how it worked for like 3 years when I first got into the game.
Yeah, there are so many cards that were like that. I think one of them was like the not the legendary fiend. What
Uh,
is it? The ultimate destruction fiend or something like that.
Ultimate Obedient Fiend, maybe?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know there's a card called Ultimate Obedient Fiend, but I don't remember what it does.
Yeah, I think there was like a thing where like it determines your like as long as you control it, you determine what cards your opponent attacks. You
That
determine the
sounds about
attack
right.
target.
Either way, you're apparently going all in. You got the swords and the call.
Yeah, Call of the Haunted's pretty nice.
Unfortunately, neither of us have, or rather, I don't have royal oppression at this point. So that could be a problem.
And
Because, I doubt you would have negated your own Call of the Haunted with Royal Oppression. Doesn't sound like the best move in the world.
Yeah, why would I negate Call of the Haunted?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And then I just say that you had no response to seeing Called Flip because I believe Call of the Haunted was like an ultra rare card in this set. It was pretty hard up.
Also, I completely misunderstood what you said here, because I thought, you meant, I thought you were asking if, you had Solemn or something. I don't really care about 200 damage, to be fair. Why did I say
I
200 damage?
didn't
Or Sword Beast,
because I'm
rather.
gonna
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm gonna take over this.
also, well, if you can keep these three
So
monsters on the field, you can summon the Slifer the Sky Dragon you don't have next turn.
why would I summon Slifer when I could summon the Wing Dragon of Ra that I don't have, which would be even more powerful?
Yeah, 9,000 attack.
Oh boy, you're not getting over that.
No. You used to imagine if Raw had been released with its actual, its anime effects, rather. It's like where it just, gains the attack of attributed monsters, and then its life point gain is a special summon effect.
Ugh. Oh no, that would be terrible. But
Because,
I
yeah, it's
did
like,
just lose 700 from attacking into your Jirai Gumo.
they got Rush Reckless lead.
Because you did have the rush recklessly. You always seem to have it. But
Uh,
I'm just gonna keep gaining life points every single turn.
unless I can figure out something to do about this, that's going to be how it works, but the swords revealing light kind of make that an issue. Apparently, I've got something
I
good.
mean,
It's Pot
you
of
will
Greed, isn't it?
activate. Well, it's our old friend, so of course it's Pot of Greed.
I also love how I just split that across three messages. Meanwhile, I suppose that I will activate our old friend, Pot of Greed.
Yeah, I'm usually not a fan, like even just in the Discord channel, like I'm not a fan of like seeing that. Like when somebody types something, hits enter, continues the sentence, hits enter, and then finishes it, hits enter. I'm like, why couldn't you just make it all one message?
I usually do, but sometimes I'll just do it one at a time for dramatic effect. Either way,
Okay, for dramatic effect is one thing, but when you're just doing it for no other reason than
that's annoying. It's like whenever I do that, it's just
I feel at
dramatic
that
effect.
yeah, yeah, I feel like at that point, if you're doing it not for dramatic effect, but you just do that, it's like you want attention or something. I don't know.
Either way, I got the ground collapse. If anyone wants to know why I was on ground collapse, the idea was that I would just block off all but one of Wolf's monster zones just to prevent him getting any two tributes on the field.
But I have an extra monster zone and two monsters on the field. How many of these were you running?
Two.
Well, okay.
Like I said, the idea was to lock you to one monster zone.
Yeah, not bad. One counter on the Swords of Revealing Light.
Yeah, I was not stupid enough to run three ground collapse because it requires you to select two. Because I guess I could have run three ground collapse to lock me out of monster zones, but I have to lock myself out of one of them.
Hey, lock yourself out of one still leaves you four, and then
Yeah,
I'm locked
exactly.
out of all five. Can't do anything. So
It's
I
just
think
like
it's a
part.
good trade off, but the odds of you getting all three is pretty low.
Yeah, it's like even as is, I still can't pull two of the. Never mind. It's a spoiler for later episodes.
Yeah, don't spoil.
Just have to wait till we get to that one to see what I'm talking about. You will get another 1,800.
Indeed. Yes, I will. Hmm. Dart's got nothing on my life points.
I did not mean to mouse over that. I was just checking my battery. I ended up swinging my mouse a bit too far.
Well, yeah. I was like, why do I keep forgetting to gain for Kisatai? Hmm.
Now you know my
You
pain
know,
with
having,
box.
you know, having Kisatai on board wasn't actually bad because I gained a lot of life points.
Yeah, you almost have twice as many as I do already. Either way, I will lose another 300 from the Mad Sword Beast.
Yeah, I think at this point I was just like, you know what? I don't even care about your Megamorph. Your monster can't do anything, and I've got a huge lead. So I did like your Dark Fire Soldier though. Nice
I,
card.
I went with number two just 'cause I like his artwork more. Number one has 50 more defense, but he doesn't look as cool. So there's that.
Eh, looks aren't everything, both
Yeah,
in and out of Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah, I know, but 50 different defense is not generally going to make a difference. Maybe if Darkfire Soldier number one had been like 1700, 1700, I would have cared. But it's just like as is. I don't. It's like I don't. I'm not going to be running something I like. I like the artwork of less for 50 more defense.
Yeah. So how do you plan on getting over 14,000 life points?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Well, apparently you got some shenanan
Shenaniganery.
shen, shenaniganery. That is why did you say that? That's such a weird word.
Well, it was true. I had the Eternal Rest, which will destroy my own
Ah,
Dark City.
destroy all monsters. Well, yeah, and there goes my Kisatai. Thanks for freeing up some space for me, though.
Thank you for losing the paralyzing potion, so I have to just sit around with a monster that's not doing anything.
Hey, and at least I'm not gaining life points anymore.
Yeah, there's that too.
You have that going for you, but
And that was literally the entire
okay.
reason
So
I
how?
ran Taylor the Fickle back then, is just so I could quickly change something over to you if you decided to try to Eternal Rest me. Or so that I could Eternal Rest something I
Yeah.
wanted to, or that I could kill.
See, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I had three Eternal Rests. Uh, so I had three Eternal Rests. Well, I pulled three of them, but I just never added them in the deck. I honestly should have. It's a great counter to like pretty much anything
Yeah, it's
in
like then
that
once you started
moment.
running
But
the, it's like then once you started running the equipment, I just switched out of that strategy forever.
yeah, like equip cards. I don't know if you ever get like some super good ones, but
I think
it is
Malevolent
what it
Nuzzler or
is.
Mega Morph were the best I ever got, but it's just like you run like the Emperor's holiday, which negates all equip cards. It's just like once you start doing that, I'm just like, yeah, no, he's going to keep doing that as long as I'm on equip cards. So I'm just going to take him out. Either way,
And then I took the
Jiraiguma
card
finally
out.
gets to do something again.
And you keep landing it, but I got the Sangan, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think I was possessed by the spirit of
Jurai.
Kochi for that Jiraigumo there.
And I drew the one out for your stinking spider. One good spider deserves a ladybug.
Spiders eat ladybugs, though. Wait, do that? I think they do.
I added ladybug, and you responded ladybug OP. And in this format, yeah, ladybug's pretty OP.
It'd be significantly worse with all level 4 monsters on the field, though, because we run a lot of those.
Oh, I think I remember I drew something here, and yeah. Hey, what I said could literally be anything.
I mean, yeah, from our perspective, yeah, it could literally be anything just based on like what we've been using at this point. It's like because again, this is being recorded months after the fact. We don't remember half the stuff we were using back then.
You didn't even bother to attack.
Yeah, I'm not risking 30. Like what? That'd be 3250 life points just to kill something that can already kill my stuff. By the way, it's my own 4-star Ladybug of Doom.
Ah, right. We both. I think that's your second one so far this game. If I'm
That it is.
correct.
There's one next to Rush
Yeah.
Recklessly.
So, yep. I literally forgot Mad Sword Beast was a level 4.
I mean, hey, I did that with Desk Wall, like in I think it was Dark Crisis. I don't blame you because I forgot Desk Wall was level 3.
Oh, all destruction of that sword beats the cheese or just kill it that way. Wow.
Just not even going to bother with the ladybug.
Uh, why use Ladybug for one card?
Exactly. I forgot you were on the Michizuri.
Wait, is that how you pronounce it? Michizuri?
I don't know. It's either Michizuri or Michizure, one or the other. I think it is Michizure, actually.
I pronounced it for the longest time as Michizer, but that probably
Okay,
I
Past
am
and B, why
butchering
are
it
you
to the
malevolent nuzzling something that's going to die regardless?
because you can just pay 500 and get it back.
Yeah, I'm blanking my draw for literally no reason.
Not even scared of the heavy storm because you didn't get it. Yeah.
No, neither of us got Heavy Storm. Or Harpy's Feather Duster, for that matter. Oh, wait, that's why I did that, but I had
You
Solemn face down.
solemned me. You solemned me.
That is why I did that. I just, like, that makes sense.
That does make sense, yes. That 100% does indeed make sense. Yeah, the thing about this set is I think we should mention, I mean, most people probably already know, but this set, Pharaoh's Servant, was for traps, what Magic Ruler was for spells. Or
Magic cards at the time, but
it
yes.
basically, yeah, it just added a lot of traps to the game.
Either way, you were going to crash with the Rush
And
Reckless.
then, yeah, I am gonna crash with the rush recklessly, and you're gonna lose 500 to gain your deck. I think the reason I was okay with doing that is because A, it stacked your draw, and B, like so many more life points than you that like I didn't think it mattered. Not to mention you
That's a
didn't have
Gravity
many
Bind. I
cards in
forgot you even
hand.
had that.
Bind is such a good trap. Not
Make,
once Genzo comes into play, but pretty decent.
either way, though, either way, though, like Solemn Judgment is just Solemn Judgment is such a good card for the time it came out, and it's ridiculous. It was in Metal Raiders, which is the second set in the game.
Solemn, if you ran 3 of those back in the day, it was basically you were just winning.
It's like, yeah, as I say here, it's like I pulled a Gravity Bind as well, but I just didn't end up running it because I have no way to get rid of it after it goes up, and I run a ton of level 4 and higher monsters.
Yeah, that is a problem. I think I was mostly just focusing on countering you at the time, so it didn't even matter. But if I throw down Jinzo, it doesn't matter.
Also, here I briefly forget that Gravity Bind just cannot attack at all, not cannot attack directly.
What do you mean attack directly?
I don't know, I thought that's how it worked for a second for some reason.
Why on earth would that be how it worked?
There were a lot of weird cards in early Yu-Gi-Oh! I would not be surprised if there was one that just, like, if Gravity Bind, if someone told me that was how Gravity Bind actually worked and I'd never seen the card before, I would believe them. Either way, though, not much I can do here except sit there and cry.
Yeah, sit there and cry that you can't get through my bubble.
Apparently, I've got something, though.
How are you getting through my bubble? You got a giant needle to pop it?
Well, apparently, my hard thing involves setting 2 cards and passing.
Problem is, you have a 2,500 attack point beater, and there's not much I can really do about it.
I don't remember if you were unequipped at this point.
And really, what I do is do 2,650 damage to you, and I just win. But right now, I'm just walling up, waiting for a chance to come back, I guess. Did I was that a misclick or did I just like, yeah, not much I can do? Okay, so you tribute.
For
Oh
the
no, he's
twin-headed
here,
fire
isn't he?
dragon.
That art is ugly. I'm just gonna say it. That is the most disgusting art I think I've ever seen on a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I like the color choice, but ultimately I'm not a big fan of the design. Like how like the blue contrasts
Like,
with the red,
I'm.
but it's like I'm not a big fan of the design.
It's probably because it is also blue. It just doesn't help the overall image. Yeah, even past what's with the art on that card?
Also, I've
It
never read
sickens
flavor
me
text
to
before.
look
It's
at,
actually
man.
kind of cool. Two dragons fused as one from the effects of the Big Bang.
That's Does that mean that each individual dragon existed before the Big Bang and the Big Bang fused them together?
I mean, that's where Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon came from.
That is not where Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon came from. Blue Eyes Ultimate I like to think Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon came through the breeding of Blue Eyes White Dragons until you eventually got a 10-headed one and a 3-headed one.
Huh, so that's the origin of Twin Burst.
Perhaps.
But I paused the game. I think I had to go do something here. Yeah, I
But
did.
I'm sorry.
I think I said that because
You said,
I think I said that on account of like the ladybug.
yeah, I was about to be like, did you really think that was going to do anything?
It's like even if you man, even if like for some reason, like even if I like somehow got a way to attack into a ladybug, it wouldn't do anything. You know, I'm just gonna start skipping through until something happens. Apparently, you've got a strong card though, so let's see what this is
Yeah.
all about. There's one,
Oh, want to see
two.
a pretty strong card.
See what you got. The
Oh,
Wing Weaver.
Wing Weaver. Another angel card.
Now we'll slow down. The Angel Set is until Ancient Sanctuary, which is a while from now.
Hey, I'm looking forward to getting that.
So am I getting certain pulls, given certain pulls from Invasion of Chaos.
A six-winged fairy who prays for peace and hope. Nice.
I just wonder if it was supposed to be like a six
Hmm.
in the Japanese version. It seems like a reference to Seraphim.
Yeah. There's the cherubim and the seraphim.
Actually, I think the Japanese name of the fairy typing is just
Uh,
Angel in Japan anyway. Like how
yeah.
like how the Archfiend series is really just called Demon, but which is why you get cards like Summon Skull being like this card is always treated as an Archfiend. Either way, you
Yeah.
got the Magic Train,
So,
a long-standing source of my suffering.
ah, yes, because there's nothing you can do about it, and I won't let you do anything about it.
Exactly,
So I have the strongest monster on the field,
which cannot
but
attack, unfortunately. Gravity Bind.
am I gonna deck myself out here because I can't get past my own card?
And this is another reason why I didn't run Gravity Bind. I have no way of getting rid of it after it's online.
Yeah, that is a problem that I probably should have thought about.
Yeah, it's something I did think about. That's why I wasn't running it. I'm just like, well, on the one hand, it kind of works against me because I play a pretty beat down focus deck anyway, and two, I can't get rid of it once it's online.
Yeah, so we're just going back and forth here. Right now, Mega.
What's that?
You just fast forward through this game state, like as long as gravity.
By the
or
way,
you
I
blind
have the
yourself and
magic
just get
train this
over it.
time.
Uh, uh, but as I was saying, you just fast forward through the entire time I have gravity bind on board and put that well, I don't know the name of it, but it's like that song you hear in speed runs or videos where somebody's trying to speed through something. You know the.
That that could be funny, but it's like no, we know what we're saying.
I mean, it wouldn't matter what we're saying. It'd just be pretty. It'd just be pretty funny.
Also, for some reason, I wasn't able to target anything here.
Oh,
How come we didn't chain that magic train anyway? That's what I want to know.
beg your pardon.
Like, because normal move extermination doesn't keep you from chaining the card in question.
I guess I just didn't feel like chaining it.
Okay, is this going to be a repeat of Spell Roar? Okay, you got the Pot of Greed,
Yeah, pot agreed way down there in the deck.
plus the Upstart Goblin.
Can I get anything
What do you
to
got,
help
Genzo?
me? Oh, that was my goal.
Now I got to figure out a way to
Draw for
survive the next
Jin's
turns.
out to negate my trap. And the best part is you can't use traps either.
Well, I do have Dark Hole, so that's a thing.
Yeah, but that's gonna get the trap back online.
The thing is, I don't care. You're 4 cards away from decking out. Either way, we both get a trigger here. I got
I'm
Sanguine, you got
always
Witch.
one part. So at this point, you were just willing to win by deck out.
Yes. I'm picking up the 4-star Ladybug, and we'll be getting the White Magical Hat. Wolf, you need to stop trying to make the White Magical Hat a thing. Or rather, Past Wolf needs to stop making that a thing. Either way, I'm putting a
I
stop to
learned to
that real
stop
quick with
making it.
Prohibition.
Curse you, Mega!
Now you just got to get all your White Magical Hats on the black market. And we got Yu-Gi-Oh! Al
No,
Capone.
I'll tell him seems to like him.
Apparently, it's time for some spring cleaning via Soul Release.
Yeah, in the middle of fall. Well, it's almost fall.
I think it was summer when we recorded this one. Okay,
Shh.
yeah,
They
there's
don't need to know.
summer, but go ahead. Getting rid of the Pot of Greed, the Jinzo.
How am I gonna bring Jinzo back? It's not like I got Monster Reincarnation.
You don't have DDR either, so that's a good thing for me.
Dance Dance Revolution.
DDR, different dimension reincarnation.
I mean, I had a feeling it was a different dimension card, but I just I couldn't pass up on the initials.
Yeah, exactly. I did
And we
indeed
had
win by
Watcher.
deck out.
Yeah, I just knew there was nothing I could do. Yeah, because even if I would have got that Cyber Jar to go through, what would it have done?
Would have decked you out. That's what it would have done. The rest of my was like DNA surgery, Robin Goblin, Sky Scout. Right, so let's go on to game 2 now, because we actually split this into the 2 replays.
Yeah.
Game
Actually, I think
2.
we just got a note. Actually, you want to pause it here? I think we got a notification in the chat real quick.
Sure. Hello, Shadow Realm. It is MG2222, joined today once again by,
Wolf Duelist at it again.
and actually, why are we reintroducing ourselves? It's going to be dependent at the back half of Pharaoh Servant. Either way, let's go.
Game 2. As I say, on to round 2. Yeah,
Here's I will be making the first move this game.
indeed. A 47 card deck to a 40 card deck. Hmm. How well did you think this was going to go for you?
Very, because I just, I had a lot of good cards. It's just the issue is I couldn't get to them.
Yeah, if you're one, for those at home who are wondering why our duel seems to be starting over with another rock paper scissors from round 2, it's because there were some issues going on. I think we had to end the first duel early, so we just started another one, and here we are.
This is being recorded after the first one because it's like we just called it a night after. It's like we did the voiceover for round one, so this is just a new recording being done a couple days later. Either way, I have the Sky Scout and
But
the Malevolent Nuzzler. He is pretty big.
2,500, yeah. The classic any beat stick and malevolent nuzzler, yeah.
Unfortunately, he will not connect because of the regulation of tribe.
Yeah, not that that's gonna do too much for me. Why? I don't think I ran this card for very long.
I don't think so. I think it's the only time you ever used it. I mean, it's not terrible. We run so many different types. It's just like it's really only good for one use.
Yeah, it'll probably once we get into like archetype type stuff, then that card might actually become useful
It's like as
because
it is
most
right now. It's
archetypes
just like
are
go ahead.
yeah, like I was saying, just that most archetypes are built around like one type. Like Dark Magician is built around spellcasters. Uh, Red Eyes obviously is built around dragons. Noble Knights, most of them are warriors. You get the idea.
I mean, you do have your odd ones like Evil Swarms, which are like all over the place type wise, but it's just like most archetypes. Yeah, it's like once we get an archetype regulation of tribe, it's going to be a bit more useful.
Yeah, I think that's why I took the card out of the deck going forward.
It's like, cause it's like right now, it's like we run like what insects, warriors, fiends, like winged beasts. It's like we have insects. Just like there's way too much going on for regulation of tribe to really be useful at this point. Speaking of winged beasts, got another Sky Scout who I attacked directly with by mistake.
Yeah, what kind of cheats are you pulling?
I secretly equipped my Sky Scout with it's like a card that lets him attack directly. You just can't see it.
Hmm. Then how come the number of cards in your hand didn't go down?
That's why I said you can't see the card.
But you only have 47 cards in your deck. 2 are in the graveyard, 2 are on the field, and 3 in your hand. 40 in the actual deck. That makes a total of 47. So unless you have a secret card, why am I going so far with this joke? I'm thinking too hard about what I obviously know is a joke. What is wrong with me today?
That's a Fiend Mega Cyber.
Oh, yep. Again, he is neither a fiend nor a machine.
That is going to become a meme in this series, I'm telling you. Just the Fiend Mega Cyber being neither a fiend nor a machine. I do not have the Rush Reckless
And
time, it seems.
yeah, you don't have any cards face down. That is in the back row.
As I said, I do technically have a card face down, just not a face down spell. It's trap.
Reading the chat in the side as we go through this. You didn't get Mega Cyber?
No, I did not.
Huh.
Then come
For some reason, I thought you did.
yeah, no, it's like yeah. I also got really bad luck enough for on it Guardian. I pulled an entire Gravekeeper score there, but no copies of Necro Valley.
I mean, I got a single copy of Necro Valley. Uh, well, whoops.
I mean, it's not really a spoiler because neither of us going to be playing Gravekeepers for the foreseeable future, and we don't show our polls anyway at this point. So
Well, at this point, I think we definitely should going forward.
yeah, starting from
And
Ancient
by going
Sanctuary.
forward, I mean we start. Huh?
I said starting from Ancient Sanctuary. Yes. I just mean like at this point in the
Yes,
series we
we
weren't
will.
recording our polls, so it's just like we just kind of it's just like it's not really a spoiler, so what we didn't get.
Yeah.
Very slow game going on here.
Nothing wrong with a slow game. I mean, isn't this what people believe peak Yu-Gi-Oh was? 30-minute back and forths.
Exactly. I disagree with that sentiment, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah, the thing is, people talk about how this was the good old days, and then forget that this was the good old days for people who weren't paying hundreds of dollars to buy all those sets. Um,
I mean, even back then, you had some expensive cards.
yeah, but the thing is, if you got some, if you got some, but if you were actually like buying sets, you could actually get like some of the more expensive cards, yes. But there were still combos even back then that if you paid enough money, you could have like um the magical scientist catapult turtle combo.
Just wait till the XE's era when Magical Scientist starts getting really broken.
Uh, let's not and say we did.
Well, let's pray neither of us ever get Magical Scientist. So that never happens. That would be kind of annoying. Either way, got the Dark Fire Soldier number 2.
I'm pretty sure I'll take the 1700 here.
No, you will
Oh
not
no,
because you
I
have
will
Call of the
not.
Hunted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Fiend Mega Cyber is just a bit too big for him to get over.
Yeah, and not really too much you can really do about it.
Unless I got a face down this time around. I got something, I guess, 'cause I'm thinking pretty hard on. Oh, I got the Malevolent Nuzzler. Why don't I use that to begin with? What are you doing, Pastor G?
Maybe it's because you were testing to see if I had any spells or traps, because if I had something that destroyed it, it would just get stacked to the top of your deck.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, we don't have MST or anything, so I'm not sure what I was thinking there.
I'm just surprised I didn't have a certain card that could get rid of that.
Yeah, me too. You usually have it when I don't want you to. Actually, I'm surprised you didn't have it on the Tarkle, to be honest. You have your own Dark Fire.
One Dark Fire Stone. Indeed, I do.
I don't get the feeling I'm about to get Rush Reckless lead.
I have a strong feeling you are about to get Rush Reckless lead.
Yep. I will pay the
Yeah,
extra
I was
500 to
predicting
stack the Nuzzler.
as soon as I saw that I was playing him in attack mode, I was like, "Oh yeah, I've got the Rush Recklessly. I must have."
Yeah, it's like, so yeah, it's kind of a good thing I didn't do Malevolent Nuzzle right off the bat, because it would have just set me back anyway. Looks like I got the Eternal
What
Rest
are you
combo,
playing?
though.
Ah, well, that is a good combo. Yeah, that's a good way of dealing with that. Not gonna
You
lie.
got the Magic Drain. Do I
But then
have the
I'm
spell? I
Magic
do not.
Drain.
I do not have the spell, which
Your
is,
plan backfired. It backfired so bad.
I mean, not necessarily. I still got the Magician of Faith.
Yeah, but that only gives you one turn.
Yes and no, because I still got the Dark Hole in the grave. I'm actually surprised you didn't Magic Drain that the first time, to be honest, because you had it in there when I used it.
Honestly, I think sometimes I just forget what cards I have and then realize, oh yeah, I probably could have done that, which is actually why I'm kind of glad right now we're looking at some of these, like the replays, because it allows us to learn from our mistakes.
Yep, apparently I'm thinking on the same wavelength as past MG2, because I really did think you would have Magic Drained the Dark Hole the first time around. Either way, I'm about to get hit in the face with a Darkfire Soldier.
Yep, and you will be down to 2,700 life points. I mean, what? Might as well go for the attack since everything's just gonna die next turn anyway.
Unless you have another Magic Drain, in which case I will cry. Either way, I think we both know what's about to happen.
Yep.
Drop in the Dark Hole.
Do I have it though?
Does not seem, does
I
not
do
look like it.
not.
Got the set.
Get that malevolent nuzzler out of here.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
Apparently, I don't have a monster in
Oh,
my
you
hand. Oh
dark
wait, no,
hole,
I
but
know.
you had no
No,
monsters.
no, I know what. No, the last card is Jinzo, so I picked that up off a Witch. But the last card in my hand is just Jinzo.
I forgot that you even pulled it off the witch.
Yeah, so did I. Then I remember. I'm just like, nope, that's why I didn't do anything. The last card in my hand is Jinzo. Kind of a problem when I can't summon him.
Well, having 47 card deck does kind of limit your options.
Correction, it expands them. It just limits the ones I have at any given time.
I love how I'm just like, yay, top deck war.
You got the first monster though, the Darkfire Soldier #2.
Same attack points as number one, but with 50 less defense.
But better artwork.
His artwork is kind of cool, I'm not going to lie, yeah.
I think I was Brick Deer.
I wonder.
I think I remember what the top part of my
Yeah,
deck is. I think it's just another Darkfire Soldier, but I just didn't get to it in time. Yeah, you kill me with the Mask of Darkness. See,
yeah,
okay, I had
there was
Shield and
nothing you
Sword,
could.
Malevolent Nuzzle, which wouldn't have done anything.
Not without Eternal Rest.
Face down was just Minor Goblin Official, which I do not remember why I was on that. I think the idea was I would just outpace you in terms of life points, as I've been doing that recently, but it didn't work the way I wanted it to.
Even if you played Jinzo, I had Paralyzing. I had the other one. I didn't have it in time for your Dark Hole, obviously, but yeah, it was obvious you were. Oh, I was running Earthshaker.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't remember why you were on that.
I don't either.
It's kind of
I'm
Earthshaker's
pretty
kind of a
sure I
weird
took
card.
it out.
It's just like it applies to both players, meaning if you and your opponent show a lot of attributes, your opponent just pick whatever's going to be worst for you. Even if it's also bad for them, they can at least try to make it worse for you. But it's like Earthshaker's just a weird card.
Give me a second.
That's the Dark Elf right off the bat. That's 2 games in a row now.
Starting with that, yeah.
I got the Upstart Goblin.
Not a bad start. Not a bad start.
You will get a free attack with the Dark Elf, but I get to draw a card. Well, I got the shield and sword, which so I suppose you're not
Mega,
actually
my
getting.
life point. My life points are 9,000.
They're over 8,000. Ugh. Got the Jirai
Oh
Gumo.
no, your shield and sword avenger, Igumo. Oh no.
It's revenge for
Well,
unusual.
either way, I'm taking 4,000. Take 4,000. Take 4,000. Dang it!
It was revenge for when you sword and shielded my Jirai Gumo back in, like, I think it was Metal Raiders.
I'm going to go back and check through some of my old polls. Well, actually, when did Eradicating Aerosol get released?
I don't remember. I think it was Metal Raiders, though.
I'm gonna check to see if I got it, and if I did, I might have a solution to that stinking Jiragumo.
I only run one at this
Hi,
point, so
Jinzo. How
you'd
you
be running a
doing?
card that only works on one thing. Either way, I got the Malevolent Nuzzler
Oh, that
Jinzo.
that is a big Jinzo. That is a big Jinzo.
No, you're going to get the Cyber Jar, though.
Yeah, that would be the
Yep.
way to get around it.
Apparently, I don't have anything I can do about this right now. Also, I just noticed the Japanese name of eradicating aerosol is insecticide of the spiked god, which is absurd, but I love it.
My set could be literally anything.
Yeah, definitely not Cyberjar. Wait, really? We didn't get, like, apparently we didn't get eradicating aerosol at all. It wasn't released. Actually, hold on. Let me check the sets in other languages real quick. Well, it wasn't released till 2011, but then let me see if there's the English, North American English version anywhere.
All right. You know what's funny though?
What?
I think you're actually wrong about this being Cyberjar.
Oh, yeah, it was Kisatai.
I think the original plan was Cyberjar and Kisatai was my draw. It was like my top deck, and I was like, oh, this is even better. I can use that. But then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I probably do need to do something about that, though he does have more cards in his deck, which means he could beat me in a top deck.
Okay, yeah, apparently Eradicating Aerosol was only released in a side set in 2011, and then the Speed Duel starter deck in 2019, or the Ultimate Predators one, that is.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh,
That's straight
yeah.
from the card database on the Yu-Gi-Oh website.
Hmm. The more you know.
Oh, I got the ground collapse. I'm like, who knows? I might get two of them this time. And you're still trying to make the White Magical Hat a thing.
I need to stop trying to make White Magical Hat a thing.
I think this is the last episode you used it in. Actually, no, it was in Labyrinth of Nightmare. Was I know you stopped running it by Pharaonic Guardian,
And you have Time Seal.
and also
And your
Guma.
stinking fissure. Another Jiraiguma.
Will I risk attacking with them? Apparently not. Apparently I'm just not up for it this time. Oh, because I had twin-headed fire dragon. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, why risk it when you can just have a card that is just a 2200 beater?
With better defense, which means he's less susceptible to shield and sword. But you do have the magic drain.
And you're not willing to get rid of that fissure in your hand to get rid of it.
You do have the prohibition though. Calling Jinzo. I don't remember if you even had Jinzo in your hand at this point. You got the magic drain on that. At this point, I am
I
willing to let it
use.
go.
Wow, you were more willing to use fissure, to give up fissure than to allow me to have Jinzo later in the game.
Yeah, I think that was a solemn I had. Okay, well, never mind. It was a time field. I don't know why I thought it was solemn, but either way, I think it was just because I was like using more traps than normal in this episode, so it's just like I didn't want you negating all of those. That would have been annoying for me.
Yeah, Jinzo was a pretty good card, especially at this stage in the game. Heck, I think even in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, to a much lesser extent, Jinzo still sees some play.
Yeah, the issue is that most traps these it's like most traps nowadays are pen traps. It's just like because it's like you set a card face down. It's just that's gonna be too slow by modern Yu-Gi-Oh standards a lot of the time. Also, I don't know why I didn't just call Wing Weaver because I knew you had that. So it's like I don't know why I didn't just call Wing Weaver.
Because Jinzo, if I would have top decked Jinzo, it would have been much worse for you. Because it's one tribute and your traps are dead. Wing Weaver requires me to like get rid of two.
I don't remember if I was still on the Hane Hanes at this point though. Actually, I
I'm
probably
pretty sure
wasn't.
after this episode, I don't desetize anymore.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think I was just on the Hane Hanes all the way up through Pharaonic Guardian, and I replaced them with Gravekeeper's Guard because it's just a straight upgrade of the same thing.
Yeah, it's much better version of the same thing. Why'd I get rid of my beaters for Wing Weaver?
I don't know. I don't remember that set. Actually, what was that set? Oh, it was my magical hat.
Was I really trying to? Wow, I was trying so hard to make Magical Hat work. Oh, because I knew you had 4-starred Ladybug. So I was like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to attack into that first. Which,
Yeah, for some reason I thought you attacked this
well,
there. Like that's what it looked like from like my perspective.
yeah, no, I attacked into your dragon. And I believe the reason I wanted the dragon is because I was like, well, if I don't kill the dragon, then he can possibly boost it with Malevolent Nuzzler and make it too strong for me to deal with,
Yeah,
which I didn't want.
the issue is I don't have any way to get things back from the graveyard. And I think those were both my tribute monsters that are dead right now. It's like so I think the Wing Weaver might just be too much for me at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I sent the dragon to the graveyard way too soon, and then just the game auto locked it to the 4 stars. So that's why I thought you were attacking that. You want to have the soul release because that seems like something I'm about to do. Yep. Goodbye,
Anytime
Magic Rain,
when
Cyber
Mega
Jar.
starts looking at the graveyard, you know release is coming.
Now, what say you, Wolf? You can no longer get your Magic Rains back with the Mask of Darkness.
It. Oh, I just put my top card back because I forgot to lock it off with Time Seal.
Yeah, that's weird. You're the one getting time sealed this game. That's usually me.
The replay evidence should confirm that I did put the correct card back. But the fact that you don't have both of our hands revealed, I'm really glad you trust me.
I mean, on top of like, even if I didn't trust you, it's just like I don't want to reveal the hands for the audience. See what the white magical hat's grabbing.
I think I was so happy to finally get this to resolve.
The oh no, not the Sky Scout. Why? Got the Dark Zebra, which will just beat over the magical hat.
And not the hat.
He's too good. Setting one.
but your
Try to
zebra
swing
isn't
over,
enough
see what
for.
this is. Oh, it's regulation of tribe.
Nice. But you got to tribute your zebra next turn to keep it.
We'll see what. I guess we'll find out if I'm going to do that or not based on my next draw.
What draw could you possibly have that would help you?
Well, apparently I didn't want to get rid of the zebra yet because I got the pot of greed. Apparently I'm just hoping for like 2 malevolent nuzzles or something. Good positioning for the mouse mate. It was just kind of hanging out there when I set the Hane face down. Got the Kisatai that I
Nice. My
hate.
other piece.
That thing caused so many problems for me in the last 2 games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because it just keeps refilling my life point gauge.
Do you have the Call of the Haunted, I wonder?
I mean, I used it last game, so obviously I do.
No, I
But I
mean
know
like
what you
right now
mean.
because you
Do I
were,
have it?
yeah, because like you were checking out the graveyard. I was wondering if you just happened to have that face down. Unfortunately, that was the Hane, so we will try to bounce the Wingweaver back to hand. The Royal Command is going to be pointless anyway, so there's that. You do not have the Royal Command this time.
Yeah.
Quit putting your mouse over things, me. Also, I love how this prohibition is only serving to keep the Dark Zebra from going to defense mode at this point. You will indeed gain life points from Kisatai.
And I would get a trap card back from Mask of Darkness.
With no targets, unfortunately.
No, I will not, because there are no targets. Thanks. I'm pretty sure that was a result of your soul release.
Yeah, because I got rid of both of your magic drains with it because I didn't want you getting those back with the Mask of Darkness because I knew you were on it at that point. Then run out the Darkfire Soldier #2, which I didn't put down originally because I was like didn't want to get blown up by a 4-star Ladybug of Doom.
All right, what's my strategy? Come on, past me. You got to have a strategy.
Our strategy at this point is hope the other guy dies first. Have you got the Call of the Haunted?
That's a pretty. Oh, Call of the Haunted.
For the 7-colored fish.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty powerful card at this moment.
Pretty big beater. Got the Mad Sword
But
Beast.
what's the Sword Beast gonna do?
I think you're just going to try to rush recklessly it over the Dark Zebra. Or not.
Perhaps.
Another card I'm going to set face down, and I will try to swing over the Sword Beast, which you did have to rush recklessly, but I had to solve them.
Solemn Judgment. 3,175. What kind of game state are we in?
And I failed to do math again. Got it that
Right,
time.
good. Go take simple arithmetic.
Don't worry, I've stopped doing this as of late now that I've actually, no, I stopped being stupid recently, so this is not going to happen anymore. I think the reason I was willing to use the Solemn
All
there, though, is
right.
just
Well,
because I'm like
plan
so low on card advantage already. It's just like I didn't want to lose my Zebra and then be stuck with like 2 things on board.
one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Apparently, there's not a 4-star Ladybug of Doom face down because I would have flipped it up right there. Actually, do it. Do I have any left? I've only used 1 in this game, so I probably still have a couple left now that I'm thinking about it. And unfortunately, it's something of a stalemate here.
I, I think I'm looking for a way to potentially get over this.
Unfortunately, you do have the wing weaver though.
Yep, she's back.
Yeah, unfortunately for me.
And you will take the 950. Now you're Mega Guy 2225.
Apparently, apparently, don't have much I can do this get turn either, because I just sat and pass.
Ah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
You do have the upstart goblin though, so that's going to help you out a bit.
Yep. It's also going to help you out just a little bit.
Emphasis on the little bit part. There's still a nearly, actually over 7,000 life point gap between us.
Mega Morph would be really nice right now, huh, Mega?
Yes, it would. Just try to swing over whatever this is with the wing.
Imagine if I have this many more life points than you when we get to what is it? Uh do we get Sanctuary in the Sky? I'm pretty sure we do.
Yeah, we do. It's next set, Ancient Sanctuary.
Yeah. Uh that makes sense.
Apparently, I can't do
But
anything
I
this
just
turn
mean
though.
like all right, do I have a plan?
Like I said, our plan at this point is just hope the other guy dies first.
Makes sense, but there's 17 cards left in the deck.
This is the one upside of running
But
a 40 plus over 40 deck. Is just like I have. It's like I kind of win by default if it ever comes down to deck out.
that is true. But well, the number of cards in your deck right now kind of fits. You are Mega Guy 2222. Past Wolf, why you got right? I having high on it because I didn't have a single one.
I actually don't remember what rarity Honey was. That might be part of it. It's just it was a bit like it was high rarity. Maybe that was the issue.
Well, to be fair, in terms of rarity, I definitely won in that department. Ultra rare Gaia, Dark Magician, 2 Trihorn Dragon. Like seriously, I'm pretty sure if I would have owned that set and I would have gotten those cards in real life, I'm pretty sure I would have made bank.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I pulled the Megaton last year. It's just like I got like triple tactics talent and like Zeus and Nibiru.
Oh, nice. I remember I didn't even know this. This card was so sought after, but when I was a kid, for my birthday, my friend got me Yugi's Legendary Collection 3, and the first card I pulled out of it was the Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning, which was apparently a rare card that was super hard to get in that set.
I remember my pulls from Legendary Collection 3 because I never got one. I remember mine were like mostly terrible. It's like the only really good thing I got. I didn't even get a Dark Magician or anything. It's like the only like good card I got from that was just the Seal of War Calcos, which is a guarantee because it was a promo.
Yeah, I got the seal. I did get Dark Flare Knight, no Mirage Knight though.
Dark Flare Knight, the let's just say kind of strange upgrade to Dark Magician that's only ever good as an instant fusion target. The issue is just like there's just too much goes into summoning it normally. It's just like you got to fuse a fusion monster with Dark Magician.
Yeah. I mean, technically nowadays you could make it by using the Eye of Timaeus, but why would you go for Mirage Knight and run that brick over literally anything else you could possibly pull?
Either way, I got the chain destructions. I don't remember how many 4 stars you've used at this point. Okay, the answer is just one. So
Well, yeah, but at least the effect still goes through.
yeah, did you imagine if like chain disappears both negated the effect, like both negated on summon effects and destroyed the monsters?
It would have been a pretty broken card for its time.
Yeah, exactly. Just like flip Maneater Bug, chain destruction. There's nothing either of us ever got Maneater Bug, but at this point we have Old Vindictive, so it doesn't really matter to begin with.
I have played Wing Weaver 3 times in this one game.
You see, if this is one of the video games, you might actually get an achievement for that.
I don't know if you heard that, but I tried to do a terrible rendition of the Xbox achievement sound effect.
That I did not because your mic cut out. Either way, you got the white magical hat. Wolf, stop trying to make that a thing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay,
And
wait
it
a
was
minute.
broken, so I fixed it.
Okay, but either way, we passed Maneater Bug a long time ago. That was back in Legend of Blue Eyes. Ben was a super rare, though, so that kind of does explain it. Got the 7 colored fish. Bastion,
What could
what do
you
you?
possibly do with that?
I asked you if you have a chain destruction because actually, did I already use all 3 of my 7 colored fish? No, I only got the one 7 colored fish anyways. That wouldn't do anything.
I don't think I even had Chain Destruction.
Like
Or
as
if
far
I did, I wasn't running.
got the malevolent nuzzler. Do I have 2 malevolent nuzzlers? Yes, I do.
3,200 fish. It's a big fish.
In a small pond.
But I had the tribe.
Unfortunately, you had the regulation of tribe. Now I think I actually remember how this game ended.
Now, I can either tribute Wingweaver or get rid of tribe. Wait, actually, can you hover your mouse over tribe for a second? Okay, so yeah, you have a choice in the matter. All right, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah,
because
it's
I
not.
know there are a lot.
Yeah, it's not post Rada Imperial Order where you have to pay for it.
Yeah, that is bad.
Kind of what
3,200 is pretty big.
that's kind of what made it's like free Rada Imperial Order really good. Is just like you could lock your opponent out of spells for as long as you wanted with no repercussions. So then you got to pick when you wanted to let go of it.
Down to 7 cards in the deck.
Got the white magical hat. I think you have to rush recklessly.
Oh, I definitely have the rush recklessly.
Yep, I gotta like in here. Yeah, this is how the game ended. I thought you only had the one rush recklessly. It's like, wait, where'd that come from? I'm just like, because I'd forgotten you had 2 of them. Actually, I don't think it's I forgot it. You had 2 of them. You just never said that. I lost the Sky Scout, and I think I'm doomed here. That was Taylor the
Yeah,
Vicar. Why was I
because
still on this? Just remember, I just
I'm going to
hadn't
be
used that
honest
all
with
game.
you.
I'm just
I
like,
forgot I had 2 of them.
it's like, why have I not used this yet? I got the Dark Hole straight off the top. You probably have the Magic Drain. Actually,
Magic
no, you don't
drink.
because it's banished.
Magic drink. Dang it.
Yeah, I forgot I banished both of them earlier. I'm just like, oh wait, no, you don't. It's banished. I gotta figure out how to get you down 10,000 life points while I'm 3,000.
Well, I mean, or you could just let me deck out in 6 turns.
The problem is
Probably
actually
not going to
surviving
happen,
six
though.
turns.
Hey, it's your strategy from the beginning of the game. Sky Scoutman, Levelant, Nuzzler.
Yeah, exactly. You copied me. It's so good you had to do it yourself.
470, 475 life points. Hey, you know, they say imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
That's what I'm saying. The strat was so nice you had to do it yourself. And what did I get? I got magical hats, which does nothing. So Wolf takes home the Pharaoh servant crown.
Well, considering, yeah, yeah, it's nice. Hey, at least you had the crown last episode, I believe.
Yeah, I won Spell Ruler.
Yes.
You had the Enchanted Javelin and the Earthshaker. Oh, so you had more ways to increase your life points.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the Sangin and Jinzo, I was just doomed there. So even if I had a monster with magical hats, if you just tributed for Jinzo, it's like I can't do anything. Actually, you couldn't tribute for Jinzo because Prohibition.
Yeah, that's. I think that's why Jinzo was in my hand anyway, is because I literally could not use it.
I do wonder how this game would have gone, though. I called Wingweaver because I knew you had that. It's like, it makes me wonder how this game would have gone at that point.
Well, I probably just would have thrown the Jinzo out instead, then locked you out of your traps.
I guess that's a question
But
for an alternate universe, MG and Wolf, where I actually did call the Wingweaver. Either way, though, it seems
um,
we are at the end of this one. You want to go ahead and sign us off, Wolf?
yes, that'll do it for this episode of Shadow Realm DX Progression Series. And yeah, next time, even though we did this forever ago by mistake, we will be looking at Labyrinth of Nightmare. Some spicy pulls in there, huh, Mega?
Exactly. See you then.